You won't believe it, but I was arrested. He-Man, the defender of Eternia, heir to the throne, was detained right here on Earth. Yes, my friends, a man nearly 2 meters tall, wearing pink and carrying a giant sword, apparently draws attention. Who would have thought? Now the big question is, how did this happen? And most importantly, how did I get out of this mess? The story begins when my parents, in a fit of desperation, they decided that the best way to protect me was to send me to Earth. Of course, because nothing says safety. How to throw an intergalactic prince into a planet full of taxes and bureaucracy. My disguise, a simple messenger. The plan was to keep me low-key, away from trouble. And honestly, it was working until I found the Sword of Grayskull. What would anyone do upon finding a legendary sword in the middle of their work shift? I, of course, decided to take it. I couldn't ignore it. It was like seeing a chocolate cake and pretending you're not hungry. But it turns out that carrying a medieval sword in the middle of the street isn't exactly legal on Earth. Someone thought I was a lunatic ready to rob a bank, and before I knew it, I was surrounded by police. Now, to make matters worse, while I was trying to convince the police that I wasn't a threat, Skeletor was sending his troops after me. Yes, because my life wasn't complicated enough already. Imagine the scene. Me in the back of the police car and a dimensional portal opening up in the middle of the city. Now, the confusion was complete. The sword in my hands wasn't just any object, it was the key to my true identity. And it seems someone thought it would be fun to put me in a situation that felt like a mix of a superhero movie and a cop show. And it wasn't enough to just be strong. I had to be quick on my feet. Because it seems fighting giant villains is easier than dealing with Earth's bureaucracy. And here comes the big reveal. Prince Adam was never a weakling. I don't think it will be the same. In my 80s cartoon, I had the same body, but when I transformed, I got an orange tan. I've always been strong. But back then, I hid that with baggy clothes. Clark Kent can hide his powers with a pair of glasses, but me, I used to wear pink and hoped no one would notice my muscles. The problem is that, on Earth, being a giant wearing pink draws attention. By the way, something curious about the leaked images is that, it seems my arrest happens even before I fully understand my role as He-Man. It seems like I'm still trying to figure out what my true identity is and what this sword really means. This adds an interesting touch to the narrative, as it shows that my journey isn't just about strength, but also about self-discovery. Another important detail is that the setting of Earth in the movie is contemporary, not the 80s, as some rumors suggested. The cars, the police uniforms, and the modern equipment. They make it clear that my story takes place in the present day. This opens up a range of possibilities about how modern humans would react to an intergalactic warrior suddenly appearing out of nowhere with a giant sword. And if you are wondering if the story of the movie will follow this script, crazy. The answer is it seems that yes. Yes, part of the movie takes place on Earth. And yes, it looks like I'm really going to be an office boy. Before I take back my position as the heir of Eternia. Now, the question is whether my forced vacation on Planet Blue will last long, or if I'll have to go back soon to save the day. And now my good threat. If you don't leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment on what you thought, I'm going to cross a portal and show up at your house to make you watch all the old episodes of Masters of the Universe on Netflix. And believe me, I know where you live. By Grayskull. Click on the logo.